and gonna be asking her a few questions. She got a little bit of a story to tell as well.
Oh,
So
we.
yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. We're gonna start real early. So first, my first question is always gonna be, tell me about the time that you had your worst rejection.
Mm. I think my worst rejection, honestly, I wouldn't say a rejection, more or less like I made a move and I was just told no, it wasn't that. That's the gist of it.
So you
I don't
somebody and it was like, but okay, I ain't that
come to
bad. Damn.
find out he was gay.
Oh, well, I mean that's why he said he's good.
But I didn't know that until like a couple months later. I was like, wow, no wonder why I got rejected, you know?
Okay. So let me ask you this. What do you think that it means to be a good woman? Good woman, good wife, good girlfriend, any of the things.
Let's see. I mean, I think I'm a good wife, a good girlfriend, a good woman. I
Hmm.
think women morals, you know what I mean? Like a lot of women don't know the difference between being submissive and having to submit. I think a lot of women when a man says they want a submissive woman, they automatically go, "Oh, you just want me to submit so you can control me and this, that, and the third." Like, no, you gotta understand that when a man says that he wants a submissive woman, that not only means that he wants that woman to listen to him and use him as a guide and follow behind him and support him with anything. He will also submit to her as well. You know what I mean? You got and not just putting it on my ladies, but a lot of men don't know how to submit to a woman, to show a woman how to submit,
Hmm.
because some women just don't know.
Hmm. So for you, you said men. So what would a man's submission look like for you?
That's a good question. Um, a man submitting to his woman, wife, girlfriend, whatever you want to call her, um, it more or less looks like it's not a look, it's more or less his actions. You know, like a man wants a woman to check in, hey babe, what you doing? Where you at? Who you with? Things like that. It's not like he's asking these questions to, you know, control you or make sure he has tabs on you. It's more or less just your well being. Same with him. Hey babe, by the way, I'm I'm out here with with the guys or whatever. We over here at this bar or whatever, I'll be home in a little bit. You feel
Mhm.
me? And I was like, okay, well, oh, that's different because most men don't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Most men don't want to tell their woman what they're doing and how long they're going to be out, but a submissive man will know that reassurance is the best thing for his relationship, for his woman to want to submit because she's reassured that he's not doing anything wrong. So she's going to make sure that he's reassured that she's not doing anything wrong when those questions are asked.
So okay, so now with that submissive man, right? Do you think that you don't? Do you believe that that can go into the territory of a man being a pushover? Meaning,
No,
like, okay,
absolutely
so
not.
you would still respect that man the same way you would.
Yeah.
Okay.
A pushover is a man that will let a woman walk right over him. That will let a woman cheat on him or degrade him and call him all types of names and things like that. Um, and still be okay with it. Mm-mm. That's not what us women are looking for. We're looking for a man that is stern, strong, has morals, that understands the role of a man, more or less.
Hmm. Hmm. So like, okay. So and you feel like you've been these things. Okay, so you've had. Would you say that you've had good men?
Absolutely not.
Okay, hold on, wait.
I
Let's go.
don't. I wouldn't say I would had all good men. I've had a few, but not all of them are good. Sometimes when you get into like a relationship or talking to a guy or whatever, maybe that guy doesn't know what it feels like to have a woman all about him that isn't talking to other men or entertaining other men or trying to use him for money or whatnot.
Hmm.
And so when men that are used to having gold diggers and women that just don't know how to be a woman, they think every woman is like that. So they mistake their love and affection and attention and stuff like that as a cover up to, oh, what the fuck is she doing behind my back? This is just too good to be true. She must be covering up something. She must be doing this. She must be doing that. Mm-mm. Those are men that are just insecure within themselves, or they're just doing the same shit and they just project that on the person that's really trying to give them their
Mm,
all.
I think I think that's a common trait with women as well. Projection. Um, excuse me. So for me, like I've always had this thing where I felt like, well, if you are, if you're saying one thing to me or portraying certain things to me, now I feel like you're doing those things because again, that's something that you're doing. That's something. And then me, I'm not one to even like, even if I think it, right? I can think it but not say it until either I'm proven wrong or right because I also believe in the power of the tongue, right? So I
Hmm.
know long time ago, right? I had this girl and I kind of knew what kind of woman I had. I was just a fun girl, right? And I would always tell her that, you know, like this ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna be like a couple of weeks down the road. You ain't gonna be here. You're gonna be off somewhere else. And sure enough, I'm gonna tell that story in a mail pod, but sure enough, she uh she she showed me the power of the tongue. For sure. So I do got a got like a little sidebar question. Okay, so you spoke on like research, right? Now let's say that um let's say your man was working all day, right? And for whatever reason, let's just say your man was out of town, right? And for whatever reason, you know, he don't tell you he going to sleep. He just goes to sleep. Do you have issue with that or
No, I'm a nurse. I would never have an issue with that. I work 24, well, 12, 24, 36, and 48-hour shifts. There's some times where I'm just going to go to sleep and I'm going to forget to text him or whatever. But if we have that understanding with each other, that we have that, not even an understanding, that trust in
mm,
between one another, there's no doubt in my mind that he's doing something that he's not supposed to be doing.
why though? Like why do women mind go there though? Like I just don't understand. Like
But
okay, so
you got to understand, it's not just all women. It depends on their trauma. You got to understand, some women have been through so much that they overthink and they always think the worst. I'm guilty of it. I've got many trauma, and
do you
I'm
both
I'm a Virgo. I overthink anyways. My mind is like a computer. I got a million 10 tabs that I don't close that I might put in the back burner and open that tab a year later and be like, fuck, this shit really bothered me. Now I'm about to sit here and think about all the shit that happened to it or in it. But nonetheless, it's like, what can I give an example of a trauma? Okay. I got a recent trauma. My husband left me for another woman.
Hmm.
We got married last year, March 2nd. He left me September 18th of last year, right up the day after my birthday. He said he wasn't doing anything. He was trying to get his life together, whatever, yada, yada, yada. He said I was mentally and physically abusive. I ain't gonna lie. I put my hands on that man, played in my face, thought it was
See,
funny.
see,
You know what I
no,
mean? But
no,
look,
no.
don't know me
We're
because
not gonna
what
legal.
he did, no, listen, what he did
Hmm.
was wrong. You know what I mean? And by all means necessary. Like you don't marry a woman and then want to be in a poly relationship or whatever, and we get a girlfriend and you start treating your wife like she's the side bitch.
Wait,
You know what I
so
mean?
side piece he ran off with, or
That's the one he ran off with.
okay, hold on, let's rewind. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. Okay, so now I'm somewhat a devil's advocate here. So if at any point you get offended by any of my questions, let me know that you're just not comfortable, right? Okay. Now, um,
No, that
when
is.
you in that
Thank you.
old brung in that other one, did you feel like
You can go down there, and I'm on the podcast. I was a wife until he left me for that bitch. No, like I
no?
want you
But
to
what
walk
I'm
in my
saying is,
house and see
when you
me
brung in
cooking.
that other woman, did you think it was a good idea, or what did you think the end game was going to be?
So with me, I like girls. I've always been bisexual. You know what I mean, and whatnot. So I didn't mind having a girlfriend because it's like two birds with one stone. I get the best of both worlds.
Hold on,
So,
what was your live name?
hmm?
Briefly, what was your live name? Just briefly. Was it something with a P?
You said what?
Was your live name something with a P?
My life.
Yeah, Katrina. You don't remember? That's crazy. All right, go ahead. My bad.
So, um, where was I at? Oh, so just bringing her. I didn't see no problem with it. He brought her in or whatnot. That was one red flag that I overlooked. Because he brought her into it. So
How do you feel like it's a
then,
red like women? Why was it a
you
red flag?
because normally in poly, the woman, the wife, the girlfriend, whatever, um, they know she normally searches for the girl for them to both to get to know and be around
Mm-hmm.
and go downstairs because I'm on a podcast. I'm a mom. Don't worry about that. My bad. But
Yeah.
um, I allowed him to do it, and he has a thing for dark skinned girls. He's always had it, so that was another thing that I noticed. But then, like, it was cool because she was like, "Yeah, yada yada yada. I like both of you guys and whatever. If I can't have both of you, I don't want neither of you." I said, "Okay," but then I started
Okay,
working.
how did y'all get there from it being okay? So,
So
because I
Kevin
know
said you was both being unfaithful to each other. Absolutely not. I've been faithful since day one. I don't have no time to
was
be
y'all all
unfaithful.
or was it one of those poly situations where he had like he wanted to be the guy messing with several women and you weren't
Nope.
messing.
It was an equalized poly. We wanted a girlfriend for both of us to have or whatnot. So back to what I was saying.
Y'all all having sex?
When he brought her in, I was cool. It was like really good for the first couple months, you know, and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, like I started working. I got into nursing school, started getting my bachelor's degree in nursing. And, I wasn't home all the time. So I didn't mind it. We stayed on FaceTime, texts, and stuff like that. But then I had to start begging my husband to sleep with me, begging my husband to touch me, begging my husband to kiss me, to give me time, attention. Then I had to, basically tell her we need to take a break from you. I want my husband to myself. That was when the controversy started to happen because he wanted her around all the time. And I'm like, okay, but so what's really going on? So when he wasn't touching me or say he wasn't in a mood to have sex or anything like that, I would go to work. And one time I went to work and my 18-year-old, my 17-year-old daughter at the time walked in on them having sex. She calls me like, "Mom, I just walked on them having sex and stuff like that, yada yada." So I call, they ignore my calls. Okay, bet. So I call again, they answer, and I'm like, "What y'all doing?" "Oh, nothing, just watch TV." I said, "No, y'all motherfucking lying because my daughter just walked in on y'all having sex, and but you don't want to touch me. You don't want to do this. What's really going on?" So that's when I start making it a problem. I don't want her around no more. I don't want her as our girlfriend no more. So it was one time where I had this intuition feeling, and women have this beautiful thing called intuition, and
Oh,
something was totally off.
hell
Something was
nah.
totally off. Something was totally off, and I kept asking. I said, "So what do y'all do? Are y'all?" I said, "Are y'all screwing around behind my back? What's going on? What's really going on?" So it was going on for about a week, and I kept asking the question. It just kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going, and we're sitting in my room, and I told her, I said, "Bro, I will fight you, bro. I will beat your ass. Like I don't like being lied to. Like when you get me to the point where I start questioning myself, then you need to really give me some reassurance." So she was like, "Yeah, we did a couple quickies in the morning and whatnot while you were gone, but it was just that, and he told me not to tell you because he knew you would trip out." If you knew your wife was gonna trip out about you sleeping with her because you're not sleeping with me, but you sleeping with her, why would you do it? Hmm? That's when I start saying I didn't want to be involved with it. So that's when I started working super hard. Like when I say working two jobs, going to school, this, that, and the third. You good? You might be going. We going to the kids' playground shit. I'm gonna come get it done in a second.
Man, I'm
Oh,
crying.
you want me to send her back with like
Oh,
regular
they
clothes?
watching. They don't say message is
All right.
stupid. They is
So basically, that was that. So then my birthday comes around. September 17th comes around. We at the biker club. We at the Black Syndicate. Love my bike club, but by the way, I'm in Detroit. And so um we go out, they're arguing about who's gonna say happy birthday to me first. And then like when it was time to leave, she was like, "Can I come back with y'all?" I said, "No, I don't. I wanna be with my husband by myself on my birthday." You know what I mean? He gave me the laziest dick you could possibly fucking imagine, and yeah, and I was just like, I felt it. I was like, "Yeah, something ain't right." Then that next morning, I go to work. They're gone. He went to go do something on his motorcycle, whatever, and I get this call from his homeboy.
right.
I get this call from his homeboy saying, "Hey, did you know that D'Lo is bringing Remy
Ah, you
to
man.
Chicago?" To
He does.
Chicago. And I was like, "No." I was told I wasn't allowed to go. But they was like, it was told that they didn't want you to go because you and him had been arguing and going back and forth, and they didn't want the weekend ruined. So they told him to leave you here and take Remy. Excuse the fuck out of me? What makes you think you can bring the girlfriend and not the wife? You should have stayed home with both of us. You should have never went. I don't know what came over me. I seen red and black and all that stuff like that. So I followed their location, pulled up on him, and I smung on him. Like, bitch, who is you playing with, really? Because what's really good? Because at the end of the day, the bike that you're on, I paid for. The life that you got, I gave you. I did all this, and you're gonna sit here and try to embarrass me, not only in front of your family and friends, but my mother-in-law. Really? You got my mother-in-law thinking something about me when that isn't true. Like, you know,
That
self-control
that
my ass, I don't give a damn.
that'll piss me
So
off too.
hmm?
That'll definitely piss me off too. I'm not gonna lie
So
because
it was a reaction. It was a reaction. So then he ended up packing up his things and leaving,
mhm,
that same day. You know, we bickering, arguing for whatever. He's talking about he done with this. I'm physically, mentally abusive. I don't give a fuck at this point. At the end of the day, you play with my intelligence. It's you're lucky that you got that you got a woman that loves women too and would want to have a third in the relationship because I'm secure in my own self, in my own flesh, you know? I'm not worried, I'm not jealous, I'm not jealous type or anything like that, but when I see that I'm getting treated differently than her and I'm the wife and you're treating her better than me, and then outside of that, you're still treating me wrong, it's like,
Can you hear me?
yeah, you sound muffled, but I can hear you.
I don't know why. It was all right this whole time. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
And mhm, go that way. I'm on a podcast. Bye. Um, he said if you had intelligence, you wouldn't let people's behaviors control your actions. Baby, I got way more than anything. You know
I
what I
don't see
mean?
it that way.
It's not them controlling my actions. It's the fact that I reacted off of emotion instead of reacting logical. So, me to remind you, what me putting my hands on him in public and stuff like that, was it wrong? Absolutely, it was wrong. Did I
Mhm.
feel like it was justified? Absolutely.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't.
To me, it
No.
was. To me, it was. It doesn't matter what the public to the public eye, as long as it makes sense to me. It doesn't matter. I don't care about what nobody else to say. I don't care what nobody else has to say about what I did, how I do. If bringing in emotion is not jealousy. Emotion is human. I'm
Okay.
human. I have
Mhm.
feelings.
What do you
So,
think the end result was going to be bringing in another woman?
hell, man, before he wanted to make someone permanent, dude, we were it was great. We were messing with multiple women here and there, talking to them. You know, they'll come, chill with us and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and things like that. We had no issues, no problems. It was great. And then you want to make something permanent. You want somebody around all the time. When
Hmm.
you as a man should know how to. If you want two women around all the time, you should know how to please these women equally and make them feel as equal as you so said you wanted to. Because I
Hmm.
can, and I did. No. Um, anyways, I'm no saint. Trust me. But what I can say is I'm a faithful woman. I don't gotta
Hmm.
go cheat to do anything. If you're my person, of course I'm gonna want you in every way possible. I don't give a damn where we are, what time of day it is. I'm gonna want you. When you sit there and tell me, "Oh, you're just a nipple, or you just want sex all the time." No, I want my man all the time. I want to be underneath him in his skin. I want him to be underneath me in my skin whenever we get the chance to. Talking about am I a abuser? Girl, bye. Anyways, um,
He ain't really gonna say that.
it's more or less like um men don't get those type of women no more. Men get women that want to share themselves with multiple men and stuff like that. No,
Hmm.
I want just one. I sound a bit possessive. I mean, your opinion is your opinion, my love. Because I want my husband. Need you
Right.
mind you, not girlfriend. I don't do girlfriends. I'm not a girlfriend. I'm wifey material. I've been a wife my whole life, and I'm 31 years old. I
Hmm.
got married at 18. Okay, got married at 18. Got divorced. What 2020, something like that. Met him, got engaged, had two kids, got married, and he did all that. So it's not like we just met in a year and got married. No, we have some history behind each other.
Hmm. So, all right, I'm still
He
stuck on.
said, "Have I ever been evaluated?" Absolutely. You have to be psychic. You have to have a psych eval to become a nurse, to be able to work with other patients, to be able to take care of others.
Hmm. So, All right, so let me ask you this: what lessons did you learn? So, like, let me ask you this: no, fuck all that. In your next relationship, would you still do the poly thing? And sub question: if he ever was to say, "Hey, I want to make this work," and he get his shit together, would you do that? Yeah, keep it number. If y'all could do me a favor, like the stream, give me a subscribe, get some free shit. I appreciate it. This episode one. It'll be a lot of different types of people here. A lot of different things going on. Um, I have them back to back, so I should have another one tomorrow and Saturday.
Okay, sorry about that. So, repeat that question again.
I said, would you? The audio super low. I don't know why. Hold on. What about now if I hold it? Is that a little better? Is that better?
Better right here. He said, "Oh, so you don't know what it's like to learn your core self. You've
Okay.
never spent
Anyway,
time with
listen.
yourself as an adult."
The
Mm.
question is this, right? What did you think that you learned from that situation? And also, if he was to get his shit together and, he said, hey, let's make this work, would you be down?
No, because he showed me what I was worth to him.
Hmm.
You could leave me for a whole nother woman that had the stature isn't there. She sits on her ass and collects a check for her children because they got disabilities, and so does she. He collects a check from the VA. He doesn't work. I worked 2 jobs and went to nursing school and supported my whole family, and I'm a mother of 7 children. You're not
Damn.
right. Yes, 7. I have 4 boys and 3 girls, ranging from the ages of 18 to 2.
Okay, so let
So,
me ask you this. Would you have more?
no. Mm-mm.
No.
No.
So, like, did you take the correct measures to make sure you don't have no more?
I had a bilateral tubal ligation.
Hmm. I don't know
That's
what that means.
complete. Complete
Educate.
sterilization. Complete sterilization. So meaning
Okay.
that I didn't get my tubes tied or burned. I got them cut and removed out.
How she can hear me and y'all can't? That's fucked up.
But anyways, at the end of the day, the lesson behind it is knowing self-worth. Now, I put myself to where I let my husband lead me in a way to where I never questioned. I wasn't the type of woman to question my man about anything. You know, I was raised, and I'm not American, by the way. I was raised that a woman is supposed to bear children, that we are supposed to cater to our husbands and make sure that, the house and everything else runs smoothly, on top of doing whatever else that we are going to do as women. You know what I mean? So
Okay, so
questioning your husband wasn't fawned upon.
do you even want another relationship? Because okay, so you said you okay, so you got 7 kids, right?
Mhm.
Now you say you don't want any more, and then you still, relatively you're young, you're 31, right? So you still want to meet more men. Or I don't know if you say you like women, so I don't know if you go straight to women. I don't know, but like, do you even still want to date?
Of course.
Of course. I
I'm never gonna
mean,
give up on love. Who wants to give up on
I don't
love?
know if I'd honestly getting to that point. I don't think I'd want to date because, like, well, maybe when all my kids were like 18, you know what I'm saying? Then I know that, all right, I can then really just worry about me. I don't have to worry about me, a relationship, my kids, all that shit. I wouldn't want to take on that as well.
And if you want to
So
talk
I
about
don't know if
it,
you want to
and hold on,
if
hold on,
you
hold
want
on,
to
wait. I
discuss
wanna, I
that,
wanna,
you more
I
you
wanna, I
can.
wanna say one
But
thing. He said 31 with no top teeth. I have a calcium deficiency from having 7 kids, love. I didn't lose them. I had them surgically removed so I can get implants. So if you thought that you were saying something to throw some shade, baby, that I'm so secure with myself. That's not why I have 7 kids. You know what I mean?
uh,
Women that lose the calcium within their body from bearing children, it attacks the teeth first.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it's either you go deal with the pain, you let your teeth rot out and fall out by themselves one by one. No, I took the initiative to go get them removed. The bottom ones are about to get removed too. You know what I mean? And I'm going to get implants. So it's just better for my health nonetheless. You know what I mean? So, like, having no top teeth, that's, you know, it's nothing. It's
Mhm.
life. She said, "Well, why did you get 7 then?" What do you mean, why did I get 7? I'm sorry. Every time I got pregnant by my husband, I didn't go get an abortion and I didn't go murder a child. I'm not a murderer whatsoever.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
we can't I don't even want to get on that topic because people are pro-life and pro-choice. I don't give a damn. Me, I'm pro-life. So I made my bed. I'm definitely gonna lay in it. The fuck? I'm gonna give birth to my children. What? I've always wanted a big family. And Americans don't really see that. My family's from Spain. Like, it is murder. But you're entitled to your own opinion, my love, and
listen, hold
that's
on.
neither here that's neither here nor there. I'm not getting into
Nah,
that
but I
either.
don't think it's murder. Listen. So look, right? You say pro-life, right? Pro-choice. If you pro-choice, then whatever it is, you gotta accept whatever comes with it. So just like you
Mhm.
say, you like women, right? People are fine with you liking women, just like there are men who like men. People are fine with men liking men. So
Mhm.
I don't like I don't like when people like try to like differentiate the two. If you pro-choice, you pro-choice all the way. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I ain't gonna lie. Um, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. Let's get off that subject because it ain't funny. But man, y'all are it ain't funny. It's really not funny. But I believe this, man. I've always believed marry before you carry. Did not live by that. I didn't realize that until like 26, 27. So, um, you know, no, I'm laughing because I love dark humor. I love dark humor.
Dark
I,
humor
I,
is
I do. I really do.
hilarious. So.
But anyway, so all right, you said you're not taking your husband back. What's next for you?
Um, striving for greatness. Um, no, I'm a Virgo. Um, right now I'm pursuing my nursing career. And I love being a nurse. I love taking care of others. I'm a very loving and caring person. I put everyone and anything before me. I've always been that type of person. So right now, a love life sounds so great. And trust me, I would love to have, a stable and secure love life. But I rather secure myself within my career and, elevate myself to where even if I don't find something like that September, find something. that in my liking or to my standard, I have so much love to give and to get from my patients, you know?
Mhm.
I just I don't know. I did and if I think about it, going back to him saying that I put my career and stuff like that, um, and before everything, you're right. Because why not have someone or have people that love what they do. I love what I do. I love being a nurse. I love taking care of people. I love making sure that, other people's family members are being loved and cared for because their families couldn't provide that love and care that they needed because of their certain illnesses or terminal illnesses or, any medical diagnoses. I
Mhm.
love it. I don't do it to get a praise. I don't do it to get some clout to talk about. I do it because I would want someone to love my family members and love me and love my kids and stuff like that unconditionally with no without judging them, without, anything, you know. I rather just focus on that. I just got me a new house, you know, and stuff like that for me and my babies. Yeah, and I got a great position here at this new job. It's a black owned company, by the way.
Mhm.
Um, I love the management with this company. It's called Brother the Brother, out here in Bloomfield, Michigan. And it's like showing love and compassion to these patients. It brings me a different type of inner peace
Mhm.
that I know I won't be able to get anywhere else.
I feel it. I feel it. So I do got another one.
So, do you believe in? And this is going to be a question I'm gonna start asking all the men and ladies that come up here. But do you believe in holding other women accountable? So I'm gonna give you an example, right? So let's say you have a friend. Let's say maybe it's your best friend, and you know she ain't living right. You know what I'm saying? You know that, like you said you've been a wife your whole life, right? So you know that's what you portray, and that's what, as the kids say, that's what you give, right? Right. So, let's say you have a homegirl who's not necessarily living by like that. Let's say she's living a little bit reckless. Um, do you believe in holding her accountable, or like you just kind of like let her do her, or like what's that like for you?
So a lot of women don't take accountability. A lot of women do not take accountability for their actions. Like a lot of the women won't admit that they're wrong within their actions. I admit that I'm wrong with a lot of shit that I do, but at the end of the day, hell, it was already done. It is what it is. Move past it or dwell in it. That's on you. That's not me. But at the end of the day, if this is like my close friend and I know she's not living her life the way that she needs to, or she's living dangerously to where she is sleeping with a lot of men and stuff like that, or not respecting her body and not respecting herself as a human being, not even just a woman, but a human being. I'm gonna intervene, like, girl, okay, your stories are fun as shit and yada yada yada, but are you being safe? Do you really think that having all those different type of energies insert into you is okay for your mental health? Um, have you dug deeper into your childhood traumas or anything like that to really look at the reason why you're so open to sleeping with multiple men, or that you're living this type of lifestyle, that you decided to go to drugs, that you decided to do this or that? There's a lot of different things that, you know traumas that
Mhm.
make people live a certain way, make certain decisions, treat people certain ways, and yada yada yada. So yeah, I would hold my friend accountable for what she's doing. Would I disown her or make her feel less than? Absolutely not. But I will be that friend to be like, hey, bro, just not looking good. Either you need to fix it, and if you want help or need help, I'm here for you to
Mhm.
get you through it. But I can't force you to help yourself. You got to want to help yourself. All I can do is sit here and give you my advice and show you show you positivity and you know
Mhm. So, okay, so
Answer this. You may have answered this already. But I would like to know in your next situation, right?
he
Would
said he's
you still bring, you know, obviously you would prefer a man over a woman, right? So would you still bring poly into your new situation? Is that something that you're still with?
no. Mm-mm. I'm not I don't This was a learning lesson to where anything can happen and everything's unpredictable. I don't feel like I have the mental capacity to deal with this a second time. I'm a one time it happened, I'm done with it. Like I'm not about to repeat the same cycle to get the same fucking result, possibly get the same result. That's just not
mhm,
me. And And he said, put her bit. I didn't put my friend's business out there. It was a generalized question. None of my friends are going through anything like that. So I mean, it's just something. It was an example.
mhm.
You can't predict having seven damn kids, baby. I planned all my babies, so these kids weren't surprises. I wanted my kids, so
Oh, nah.
no, it wasn't a specific example. It was common examples that people go through that majority a lot of people do. You got a million women out here sleeping with a million men. You got a million women out here that's on drugs. You got a lot of women that out here that are alcoholics, but they all went through some type of childhood or midlife trauma to make them be that way. It's
Hmm.
just like it wasn't like they were born. Oh, you're born, you're gonna be an alcoholic just because you're born to be it. No, they had to go through something to go through that.
So listen, I got another question. Do you think that um, women hold themselves accountable? Earlier they were saying that women don't hold themselves accountable. So, like I said,
Most women don't hold themselves
would you
accountable.
hold your friend accountable? But do you believe majority of women? And let me answer first. I think that it's very common for women, not men. I feel like it's very common for women to want things that they aren't willing to give and or not really seeking. So I'm gonna give you an example of the not really seeking, right? It's just like it's like somebody kind of like playing in your face. So it's like, all right, you achieved this goal. All right, I got this goal. Now you got to do this. All right, you achieved that goal. Now I got to do this. All right, I achieved this goal. Now I got to do this. You get me? So like, do you feel like do you feel like majority of women hold themselves accountable? I don't. Hmm? I don't think that a lot of women do. I
I
think that
agree.
more men hold themselves accountable for the simple fact is, from what I see, you see more men do the apologizing, more men do the making up. You know, you get me? You don't see a lot of, even if said woman was in the situation wrong, um, you don't even really see that. Shit, I've seen a situation where my homie took a woman back that cheated on him. This woman cheated on him, and he took her back. What you think happened? She did it again. It's not a loaded trick question.
once a cheater, always a cheater is
I
what I've
want to
always gone
know if
by.
she think majority of women hold themselves accountable. This ain't got nothing to do with her in general. I just want to know. I don't think so. I think more men hold themselves accountable for the reasons that I stated.
Um, I agree. A lot of women don't hold themselves accountable. At one point in time, I never held myself accountable, but that's because I was young, thought I was always right. You know what I mean? Like, of course, all of us go through that. We all think that we're always right. We always think that nothing that we do is wrong and that we can justify everything or we got an explanation for everything. Nah, not really. I did that for a long time and then I had to reevaluate myself like, damn, what I did was kind of fucked up. Shit. I'm gonna apologize for that because I was really fucked up. You know what I mean? I'm a woman that can really admit, yeah, nigga, I was wrong. Can't take it back, but I was wrong. I did it, but I was wrong still. Was it right? Mm-mm. Do I regret it? Absolutely not, because I did it. But am I sorry for the way that it affected you in any type of way, shape, or form? Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, I should have had way more self control and within myself to not be bothered by it.
You know, come on after this. You know,
A lot of people say that they don't regret things, and for me, honestly, I don't be feeling like that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Um, I don't be feeling like that. Like I be regretting shit. Like bad decisions that I make, I regret. Like people be like, "Oh, well, it's a lesson learned." Yeah, it's a lesson learned. That don't mean you can't regret it. Like I feel like if just my personal opinion, I feel like if you don't regret something, especially if it's bad, how are you really making amends for it? Because you don't regret it. You just it's a lesson learned. No, you should feel a way about that shit. Motherfuckers be cold hearted for sure. Shit, motherfuckers be cold hearted. It be no regrets. And
But no, he's talking about go back to the dark. You're funny. Talking about she's muted. I like that. I muted myself. So you can't talk about self, or me, then say you don't think or talk about everyone or give an opinion about everyone. I mean, can you, what do you mean? It's a generalized statement. I don't judge no one, but these are things that people actually have gone through that I have witnessed people go through,
you on to something.
you know?
You on to something. Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, but still
at the same time, regardless, at the end of the day, man, women are never gonna have a problem finding a man. I don't care what the woman look like, smell like, whatever she do. I don't care. It's always gonna be a nigga down to get with her. It's not the same with man. If a man is big and sloppy and funky, he ain't getting no ass. It's just not happening. But that woman can. Guarantee you she can. Um,
Mhm.
this shit fucked up out here. But I don't know. I'm on the side of things where just let people do what they want. Um, outside of let single people do what they want. If you together with somebody, I feel like that's when you need to um, be listening to what they asking you, or if um, I don't know. I feel like every relationship be different, but a lot of times you run into a common problem because, like you said earlier, women be having this trauma. and then y'all be bringing into y'all new situation. And
Mm-hmm.
um, I think men be having trauma too, but we deal with ours differently. I feel like we deal with ours daily, like every day, whereas we don't carry the emotion of it. Where y'all hold it in and be holding on to that shit, and y'all think y'all got some fucking intuition. Fuck out of here, no goddamn intuition, no god.
But anyway, did you want to give out any of your socials? Probably maybe not your crowd, but other people that see the videos.
Would you say? There you go. We can't really hear you that well.
I said, would you like to give out any of your socials? This may not be your crowd, but other people will see the video, of course. I'm gonna be doing a little clipping up and stuff like that. So, would you like
Mm-hmm.
to share any of your social medias?
No.
No. All right.
Mm.
Well, I appreciate you. Listen, I'm definitely gonna have to have you back because I got some other things I want to tackle, but I don't want to. I got a vision for everything, and everything has
I like.
to.
I like. I like
I'm
what you're
watching the clock.
doing.
That's
I.
all.
I.
So,
I
and
like
y'all
what
can
you're
do me a
doing.
favor, like, subscribe,
Mm-hmm.
share. Um, Tomorrow I got another one I'm coming back with. I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is. It's gonna be very, very interesting. Um, I'm trying to get this little person as well. Um, I'm trying to get this little person. So I'm gonna see what's up with that. I think it's gonna be very interesting. Very, very interesting. I appreciate you, Peacemaker. Appreciate y'all for kicking it with me. Um, like I said, I got a whole bunch of different content coming outside of this. I'm doing reactions. I did not. I don't know what StreamYard is. I'm new to. I streamed on like dating apps.
Yeah, like Meet
Um,
Me and Tag. That's where we
so
met.
like this, I should have been converted over to YouTube, but it is what it is. Everything that's meant for you gonna happen. Um, anyway, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. This is Nurse Navy. She ain't want to get y'all her socials.
I mean, I really don't. My socials are
Nah, I feel it.
really just family and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
I
feel
don't
it.
really do much.
Yeah, I feel it. You're good. You're good. You're good. You good. You good. But y'all have a blessed night. Yeah, and I'll see y'all next time.